Great thing about most of my fighters is they're just starting training from scratch with me, which and sooner or later they will fight for us also. So in the end of it, our fighters will be 100% pound for pound boxing made. That's the most exciting part for me as a coach. As a trainer, you can imagine a young man or woman walks in and they've never really laced up a glove before, or you get him and her starting to do normal things like skipping, shadow boxing, and you can see that he's raw. But most people, when they first start out, they're a little bit sloppy at first, and then this part, now comes a part where trainers seem to differ. Where do you start them off at? What fundamentals do you start them with? Obviously you get them in the stance, then you get them. Then what do you get them to work on? Balance, footwork, defense. How to land the jab correctly, and then have them to try to fit all the pieces together. And repetition is key in my mind. I'm Antonio Flores, 35 years old. I'm the owner and operator of Pound for Pound Boxing. I started fighting, started doing boxing when I was 7. My mom, I was a little wild child running around. Mom started giving me boxing at 7, and my uncle was a professional boxer, so he showed me a couple of things. After he showed me a couple things in the bag, I was kind of hooked and stayed with it ever since. Boxing got in my life. I don't know where I'd be at. I just started from there, and it was something that I immediately took to, and it helped change me in more ways than I could imagine. Then I, grew up. I did that till I was about 18. Went to military, scout sniper in the Navy. Did that for a little while. That's when I started getting a little bit of jiu-jitsu, and I learned Muay Thai a little bit. Got out, and that's when MMA got pretty big, and it was just the next goal to do. And everybody fights for different reasons, but my fighting is more personal. It's kind of deep down, buried stuff. I don't take fights as much, but when I do take them, it's because of a build-up. It's burying, it's boiling inside me, and I gotta let it loose. But my real passion is teaching and coaching. That's one of the reasons why I opened up my gym, and I want to take these guys that are up and coming and take them to a level that I was never able to reach, or where I stopped at. So I want to take them above and beyond. I think we got 3 more new people, guys. But what I'm gonna do is, they say you want to fight. Just so you guys know, the three new guys. The fight team is not just something to be in, all right? Because eventually I'm gonna train you guys. You are gonna fight regardless, all right? So if you have no intentions on getting in the ring or the cage, then you probably don't want to be here, guys, all right? Because not that I'm gonna force you to fight, but to make it fair for everybody else. Everybody's already expressed they want to fight. So if you guys want to fight, and go ahead and be here, guys, and work with everybody. Again, guys, we're all a team, so start training with each other. You guys see each other, y'all talk and start working on stuff. That's the way you're going to get better.
Hi, my name is Kyle, and I'm 16 years old, and I'm going to fight because it's always been something I wanted to do, and I want to be a champion of the UFC someday. MMA has improved my life by disciplining me and just showing me a road to a career that I hope to have a lot of success in. I look up to a lot of fighters, but mostly Dominic Cruz, just because his story is kind of like mine. He wrestled in middle school, and he comes up and starts doing MMA for his career. So Dominic Cruz would probably be the main guy I look up to.
You guys got to get used to that. You guys are sharp. Right? It's the same thing with him on my place. Hey guys, one more thing, guys. Work technique, guys. Always try to practice. Try to think textbook technique when you're doing something. All right, so I don't want you guys to get in the habit of doing right hook to the body. Boom. elbows in again. Now put them together. Make it real, guys. I don't want, I don't want to punch my arms. It's not making it real for me. So what you want to get, what I want you guys to try to strike. It's like you got the stomach here. I'm not too concerned with the stomach. When you got the floating rib right here, it's not hard to break, but landing that shot, it's kind of a hard shot to land, and you got to land. But right underneath the chest is a spleen, all right? And on the other side, you got the liver, okay? So that's why I want him to aim. So he be aiming like right in here, right underneath my chest, all right? This side is my spleen, this side is my liver, okay? Here, that's why I want him to aim. So it's almost like a slash hook uppercut. Bang.
And age?
Hi, I'm Kristen. I am going to be 29 in 3 days. So, old. Okay, if you knew me, like, we'll say 5 years ago, because I started teaching high school 5 years ago, had no backbone, so weak, so mild, wallflower, never spoke. I always looked at the floor. But now, I'm outgoing, I'm stronger, I'm more confident in myself, my abilities, and that comes out in life. If you're confident in yourself, just life is a lot easier for me. So that's how it's helped me just to grow and enjoy life more, because I enjoy myself.
Okay. One thing that I'm always reminded of is Custom Auto and Tyson. There's this clip of Tyson. He seems to be about maybe 15 or 16 years old, and he's on a heavy bag. He's super quick, throwing great combos, and Custom Model says something like, watch your head, keep it down. Tyson turns to him and says, is my head coming up? And Cuss goes, it's starting to come up. It's not perfect, you got to make it perfect. That saying is always is stuck to me, and the way I see the guys is when you're in here training, you train your techniques, whether it's a jab or cross or a simple slip and weave or bob and weave or whatever it is. You got to make it perfect. You got to do the technique is what I tell my guys, textbook. Look at it if you're looking at it in a textbook, and do it as perfect as you can, and make every punch and slip and move or movement or step or whatever it is as close to perfect as possible. And what I'm trying to do is get these guys together and get that team spirit going. They did great this week. I got them off to a good start. They're training hard. They're starting to catch on, and we're starting to get a groove together. As a coach, the way I'm talking, we're all filling each other out, and it went great this week.